OBS probably crashed you.
Nope, not really. Okay, now we're good. Y'all can hear me now, right?
I can hear you.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good. So
What
as
was
I was
that?
saying before, it's probably been a month and a half or so since we played. So the quick recap: you found your way to the Blood Governor. Um, you kind of made short work of him. wasn't quite a curb stomp. He did give you a fight, but simply by the nature of the action economy, 6 people against him, no matter how powerful he is in Savage Worlds, he's going to take a beating. Um, and Yegan currently has his head in a bag, and he wants to present it to the vampires back on the dissolution. Um, and so you've also got the throne, which is the last control chair of the dissolution. And I don't know
Mm-hmm.
how clear I made it last time. It's a spell jammer.
Mm-hmm.
Get
That
it in
seemed
your
about
own.
right.
I
That seemed.
know, I know. Luke probably figured it out, but because he's a spell jammer DM for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a spell jammer ship. Um,
Yeah.
so you got the control chat. You got the control chair for it, and I'm going to take it back. It is the dissolution is actually a spelljammer ship in the shape of a great black dragon. And I don't know if you guys remember that room full of like this green slime stuff that you could see through this glass portal. Do you remember any of that?
Kinda.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, that's its breath weapon.
that's its breath weapon, the acid, and the gunnery controls that Hoffman was trying to figure out are to control the head and the direction of the breath weapon. It's those are the firing controls for the acid.
Nice.
Um, Anywho, so you guys are going to head back. You have, I guess, the throne is strapped onto Johann's back since he's probably the only person strong enough to carry it.
Mhm.
Um, and you're making your way back to the dissolution,
I guess.
Yep.
unless you have someplace else you'd like to go.
Well, I think we should take the books that we found down there to what's Russ's character's Rourke?
Yeah, down in Descent.
Yeah,
Oh
because
yeah,
like
there's
that
all
was
kinds of arcane tomes in there.
Hoffman, being that him and Rourke were buddies, would just pack up as many of those as he could carry and try and take them on down.
All right, you gonna go there first, or you gonna go to the dissolution first?
I would ask my fellow teammates what they thought.
Katla wants to go to the dissolution first. She wants to see her daddy again, her mommy and daddy.
All right,
Now that she's back.
I say we go ahead and do that.
I think that's maybe a little more time sensitive with regards to the Lich coming back and trying to kill us all.
He's
Yeah.
gonna be regenerating in your backpack. Oddly enough, not the first time that's happened in one of my games.
All right.
Isn't that the case, Anders? Anyway, so yeah.
Yeah.
Could you
Timber.
mute? Thank you.
Oh, sorry.
No, I was saying I was asking Anders to mute himself because he was getting some kind of interference. So
Oh, I was just saying. Timber is it has already voiced his discontent on this whole thing,
mhm.
but he just looks with a flat look on his face
And Kosh is like,
when
I could wish you were a squirrel.
I give her a rush, like if you could imagine a fairy giving a resting bitch face, like he's holding his uh hands and his arms are all folded up, and he's like one step away from sticking his tongue out at her.
Resting
He
safe face.
like I don't know. I think they just naturally look cute no matter how pissed off they get. But like he is just furious at the idea of giving the stuff to this to this vampire.
What's gonna hurt? She says. I mean, he just wants this throne. Where are they gonna go? They
They
still
won't be
can't.
able to go
But they
anywhere if they're
but they
trapped
want to
here.
leave the Bone Garden. And we're talking about I'm sorry. I know your dad. I I know how you feel about your dad, but I'm not cool with releasing him into the world.
Well, it's a good thing, Timber, that it's not just your decision.
It's my wish. Oh, I wish for a plate of spaghetti. So,
Yeah. And by the way, no, that's not Bob being pissed. That's just Timber not
oh yeah, that's
accepting
fine.
his wish.
I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So back down. Once again, the shadow wolves leave you alone. They've been told to not bother you for now.
Uh-huh.
So,
And of course, we hand over the throne.
Did we end up getting your silver seed?
yes,
We did.
Blood Governor, as awful as it was using it as a paperweight.
Yeah.
How sacrilege.
And this big guy wants to, uh, how did you say it? Log off?
Yep.
Yeah.
He throws really big rocks, so I don't want to do this unless he gives me permission, but I have an idea. I'd have to get really, really close.
All right. Okay,
This is just,
yeah, and you are welcomed with open arms. Who the heck is this? I think that's anybody. I think it's a Benny. Um, Ristico sitting up in his main chair up on his little dais up there. Welcome back, friends. So glad you were able to return to us.
Welcome.
And
The pleasure.
how did things go with the Blood Governor? I see that you're all still alive and well, in some reasonable condition.
Yes, we have a gift that we have returned with
Oh,
Lord Risico.
do go on.
And then I look towards let's see, what's Otter's his
Johan.
name? Johan. I look towards Johan and sort of like gesture.
Ah, wonderful. And Ristico gestures to some of his vampire cronies, and they come up and start untying the chair and putting it into place down here. And once they do that, the lights come on.
Erica,
Magical lights illuminate, and they all just kind of they freeze for a minute, and they realize, oh, it's just light. It's not sunlight.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because now
And
I am a
2
man
gift.
of my word. 2 gifts.
Yes.
What do I owe the pleasure? He says as he turns his attention to Egan.
Being a good father to Katya, and he says, taking out a head from his rucksack.
You've brought that here, and he kind of
Oh, I'm sorry, I
that
did
thing out of
not
my
mean
presence
to
at
offend.
once.
Very well, very
The
well.
Bone Garden is the Blood Governor's phylactery. He'll regenerate here.
Which brings up the point. We might be able to destroy it.
Destroy what?
The Bonegarden's barrier.
He kind of laughs a little bit. Such talk is impossible.
but by the way, Erica, has there been
Magicians and scholars and scribes and the Blood Governor himself have tried for centuries. What was your question, Bob?
uh has there been any passage of time, i.e., did we take any rest before coming back?
I'll give you an hour's worth of healing for like PowerPoints and stuff.
Cool.
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
aiming for.
You get to put that back in the bag and take it with you when you leave.
Very well.
Mm-hmm.
But I appreciate the sentiment. It's good to see him brought to such a lowly state.
Is there solvents, perhaps a type of concrete, resin, So that if he does or when he regenerates, he finds himself trapped inside.
We could throw him into the dissolution's acid vat.
Will that remain as a permanent method of destroying him? Perhaps prolonged torture?
Depends on how long it takes me to uncover the dissolution. Hopefully, it will make me the sole power in the Bonegarden if I have this dragon ship operational again. It's fully armed and operational battle station. And
Which
now I
brings
have
me.
my end of the bargain. And he reaches into a pouch on his side and brings out the last shard of the pieces of her heart. Katla, give your jewel to me. And where's my NPCs?
So Johann was actually carrying it because Calla never asked for it from him.
Oh, okay.
That's
And
fine.
she,
He'll hand it over to her.
do. Where is she? There she is. He holds out his hand and says, Katla, bring me the gem. And she actually says, no, you give me the shard, father, as she shakes off his vampiric charm attempt.
Mm.
Very strong-willed. And what are the and he says, I will not ask a third time. And what do you guys do as he starts demanding that she bring him the jewel again?
Hoffman's gonna reach in his bag for the sunchucks. His loyalties to Katla and his friends.
Yep. Well, she's doing pretty good with only a D4 in spirit. She held him
Yeah.
off once. Can she do it again? If I hit the right button, yes.
So he's holding it out in front of him.
Yes.
And somebody needs to pull a yoink.
She actually starts approaching him, holding out the starfire. Do you guys want initiative cards?
Yes.
I mean, holding out the pieces of her heart. Alrighty. I assumed as such. End turn. Oh, you have hesitant, right, Anders?
I do.
You have another
I'm not
trait?
going to roll anything because I'm driving.
Okay, no problem. I'll roll for you. Anyone else have like hesitant, level-headed, or quick?
I
Nope.
don't believe so.
Not me.
Alrighty.
I am up to 35 power points.
Sweet.
Jeez.
Yep.
My max is only 20, and I only have 5 of those.
Well, I've been getting every time we've done it, I've taken more power points, and I started out with 15, and I had Kita.
Everybody take a Benny as Yegan gets the Black Joker.
Nice.
Woo-hoo.
I will grab
A
more
heck of a
power.
way to. That's a heck of a way to start.
I don't believe we're on the right map.
Yeah, we're still in the overworld.
Nope. I've been sitting here moving miniatures around, all this stuff.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. How about now?
Okay, that's better.
It's been a while since I've run. All right, so yeah, now you can see everything.
All right,
All right.
yeah.
Egan has the Bijo.
So much for being a man of your word, he says. And he's just going to go right into it since he expects that any sort of assertion against this guy is going to be met with lethal force. So
Okay.
I'm going to start off with casting Smite
Okay.
On both my weapon. I think I can do multiple targets with this. Let me check real quick. It's been a while. Yes, I can. So I'll cast Smite on my weapon. Uh, Inga's weapon, or was it Inga?
Katla?
Sorry, Katla. My weapon, Katla's weapon, and let's see. Johanna has a weapon, right? Other than
I think
or
he
is it
has
just
that
the
boulder on
stone?
a chain.
She has this flaming
Okay.
boulder.
Okay, then I'll cast Smite. I'll try to cast Smite on all three of these
Okay.
for a total of 4 power points.
Okie doke. Unfortunately, remember, Hoffman Kita is still dead. Well, not dead, but disassembled.
That is unfortunate.
Yeah, she's incapacitated. She's not dead, but she's incapacitated.
All right.
Okay.
So that is a success. So
Yep.
it's +2 damage
Mhm.
for all of those weapons. And then which guy is the vampire in charge back here?
Yep.
All right. Then this is going to be a triple action, isn't it? I'm trying to figure out how to get back to him and engage him in melee. Um,
Hmm.
what would be my best option for that? Pushing past these two,
Yeah.
or all right. So it's going to be, I guess, 3 actions, which means the smite was a failure. So we'll spin to Benny. So I forgot to draw one, so I'll play the one I forgot to
Okay.
draw and reroll. Okay, smite is a failure. That's okay. I will try to push past these two with what
Yeah.
athletics.
I think athletics. Yes.
Yes.
For a push.
Okay.
And
Supposed.
yep.
Okay.
Vampire boss. Whoops. He is not vampire boss. Is that not? Oh, shoot. Okay. Well, I guess I didn't make a character sheet for not vampire bosses.
Oh.
That's all right. I can just. That's what I have all my macros for. Don't need them. I just need to get to the stat block. The kind of Hitlery looking vampire in the in the Savage Worlds book. All right, so his athletics is D8.
Actually, I have one I think Luke is trying to push past now. Looks a little bit more like Strahd.
Okay,
One
you
at the
gotta.
end.
Yeah,
Yeah. So I'll
you do
spin to
not.
Benny.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, I have to do that before he rolls,
Right. Yeah,
don't
that's
I?
right. You spend a Benny, and once you declared that's your role, that's it. So yeah, he
Okay.
manages to interrupt you.
Okay, then I'm gonna smack him as I try to get past
This
with
is
my mace.
okay.
So that's gonna be and I'll do a wild attack. So that is a 9 to hit.
Okay. Alrighty then.
Does that hit?
His parry is 6. Yes, that's a hit.
Okay.
Toughness is 9.
Um. Okay. With the Joker and the wild attack, that is 19 damage, 2
Oh,
AP.
bam.
And does that
And
knock him down?
uh, that shakes him.
Yeah.
Wow, all that and it just shakes him.
19 damage shakes him. Okay.
Right, he's a vampire. You know, he can only be shaken by things that don't affect his weakness.
Oh, okay. So I'll need
Timber.
to go for the smite.
Okay,
Hmm?
which one of these is Katja?
Some, like right here.
Okay. So
Yeah. So weakness are holy symbols, holy water, stake through the heart, and
Sunlight.
sunlight.
Yep.
I want to try. I know she's holding it, so
So a
it's that.
called shot to the heart, which is -4 to hit, will do it. Anyway, go ahead, Matt. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah. I first presumption here is that these two up here. Oh, whoops! These two up here haven't engaged me yet. I want to get into the same square as Katja and try to nick the heart from her.
Okay. Roll
Is that?
thievery. Are you happy with that result, or do you want to roll again?
I think I can do better than that.
Yes. Spend your bennies. Haha.
Uh, that's it. I'll stick with the 7.
Okay. I mean, you're only 6 inches tall, but you're not difficult to see when you're flying up into somebody's face.
Yeah.
So I'm going to make this opposed by her athletics, so she tries to move it away from you. To kind of like play keep away, you know?
Well, I figured, her being charmed and
Yeah,
would
she's gonna go
might
give
be
it
a
to her
bit.
father. That she's gonna go give it to her dad.
Yeah.
That's what he wanted. So, actually, with a 4, you've got it.
Okay, now here's the uh tougher bit. Um, let me see. That's one square. Can I get to here? And do I need to extract from her in some way, or
Yeah, if you leave her threatened area, you're basically engaged with her. She will get a free attack on you.
I'll take it. I want to be out of here. I want to be out of here.
Man, I need to go.
Uh, You're sounding glitched again.
Yeah, I was almost out of the range of my Bluetooth headphones. I had to go get my
Oh,
my power cable for my laptop. Okay, there we go. I guess running OBS is a little bit battery intensive. Okay, so she is going to take her free attack on you, calling you a gnat as you try to fly away.
so
What is
my
your what is your
parry is
parry?
my parry is my parry is 4, but I don't think that takes into account my size modifier.
Which is
Oh. Um, minus. It says here -4, but I've
okay.
heard numbers between -3 and -4, so
That should
I'm
be
not
4.
sure. Okay, it is on my sheet as 4.
Okay, so your parry is 5, or no, your parry is what?
4.
Okay,
I
so
never said I drew
with
my rapier.
the penalty, her 9 is still going to hit you. So she actually
Okay,
bites you
okay,
for 10 damage.
okay. 10 damage. My toughness is 1.
Oh yeah,
Well, no, I had to give up the armor.
I know.
Yeah, yeah. Um. Okay, what does 10?
I've got it
That's
right
Does that
two
here.
put me
wounds.
straight to 4 wounds if I don't suck it?
10 damage, no AP. Yep. 1 success, 2 raise. That's 2 wounds.
Oh, 2 wounds.
Yep.
Uh, I'll throw a Benny to try to soak some of that. Wait, what's my vigor? Is it D6? Yeah, it's possible I might reduce this to 1 wound.
Yeah.
And soak.
Did you want to you can re-roll for your smite, Luke.
Thanks.
That'll soak 1 wound.
Okay, I'm taking 1 wound.
Okay.
I need to leave Benny's.
Oh. Oh well. It's not to be.
Now, how high up can I get? And actually, did she arrest my motion as she took a bite out of
No,
like
she
my
didn't.
foot?
She can't bite. She can't grapple with her bite.
Okay.
Just kind of snapped at you. So you can go about 20 feet up.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I'm up.
This guy. This is a half ogre, by the way. Vampire.
Crap.
He stomps through his companions. Not like flattening them or anything, but unlike Egan, they're allowing him passage. And he is going to hit Egan for daring to come up against his master. Let me find the ogre stats. So this guy is every bit as big as Johan. Fury, giant animal. Oh, it's ogre. And
I'm presuming that was supposed to be to something like, oh, it's magic.
Yep.
Uh, 80s music really does recycle well.
That's more 70s.
Fair enough, I guess.
And he only rolls a 2, 3, 4 to hit you. I know that's not even close.
No.
That's Jakal. Katla. Um, is doing her finger guns. Pew 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 at
Me?
yes, I couldn't think of your name for a minute. Sorry about that.
No worries.
So that's only going to be a 1.
Oh, refer to my Eric Cartman thing on the Discord.
Hoffman.
Okay, Hoffman has been waiting a while to do this, but he is greatly offended by what is happening here.
Okay.
I'm going to take a multi-action penalty, and I'm going to start out by chugging my most potent size growth, which I'm going to pump 10 power points into.
Woof. Okay.
So that's going to give me an increase in size to 5.
Now you're the biggest thing in the room.
Yeah. And let me see. I did include the negative modifier, so that succeeds.
Okay.
All right. And of course, Hoffman has his sunchucks.
It didn't grow. No.
I mean, they're still glowing. They're still the radiant sun.
But
All right.
they look like toothpicks in your hands.
So here's the deal. My armor grows with me because it's like Tinker's armor. It gives +2 to melee damage. Since I went 5, that would bring it up to D12 plus 4, right?
Yeah.
So D12 plus 4. Okay. I'm going to walk over to the ogre.
Okay.
With the nunchucks, and I'm just gonna waylay him for hitting on my boy Egan.
Okay.
Thank you.
9.
Turns
Done.
into an 11 with my improved formation fighter and
Sweet.
flanking.
That's a hit with a
And
raise.
and since I'm also hitting him with the Sunchuck, which gives the equivalent to sunlight, let's see what kind of damage it does. So it's strength D12 plus 4. And Sunchuck damage.
Oh. That's 23 damage, and that is sunlight damage against an extra.
Yep. And the sunlight from it, if I'm reading it right, it says provides normal light in a 30-foot radius for 6 hours.
Right.
So,
Bam. Johan.
Johan?
Hoffman is gonna to narrate. He's just gonna
Sure,
walk
go ahead.
up and just smash through the guy, like shove his head down into his shoulders, and look over at the vampires and it's like, you may want to reconsider your position in this negotiation.
Roll 2d4 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times.
What's that?
They take 2d4 damage per round in sunlight.
2d4 damage.
Yep.
6 times?
Yep.
Exploding, I assume?
Yes.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And Anders, I'm sorry for interrupting you. I didn't mean to.
That's right.
2d4 damage hurts. This guy takes a wound, but he's a wild card.
Okay.
The 11, that's a 5. That doesn't bother her. This guy, he is not a wild card. Yeah, so basically this guy, her, and him are the wild cards. So yeah, they just kind of, a couple of them just kind of dust under the unrelenting assault of your sunchucks. And it is
Nice.
Johan's turn.
All right, I use a Benny to get some power points back. I'm going to get
Okay.
multi-action.
You took out one of their wizards.
Let's see. Wow, you already killed a bunch of them.
Yep. The Sunchucks finally made their debut, and they are glorious.
All right, I'm going to do a called shot on the piece of the heart that he's holding out in front of him.
Okay, it's small. It's probably about the size of a golf ball. So
Yeah,
we'll make that a -6. Okay.
Okay, I'm going to try to hit his hand to knock it out of his hand.
Okay, we'll call that like a disarm.
And I guess I'm not going to take a multi-action because I don't want to take an additional -2 for that. So let me just throw the bowling ball of doom here. It's not on fire. We'll see what happens. I've pushed the button. So far, nothing happens. Push it again. It might roll twice.
Okay. An 11 is going to hit him, but I don't think that's a raise. Let me look up
So,
my.
well, that would be a 4, right? I mean, you said -6, so it'd be 4.
Okay.
Right, so it's a success.
An
attack against a hand, I think, is -4.
-4 if you're actually trying to hit his hand instead of the item.
I'm trying to knock the thing out of his hand. Yeah. So whatever I have to do that.
Okay, so a 7 will hit him. If we'll take it at the -4, as you're basically hitting his hand. You don't mind hurting him, do you?
No, I don't mind hurting him.
So the 7 will hit his hand.
And I'll be like, Timber, catch it.
Roll your damage.
Wait, I'm sorry. I just came back. What are you tossing to me?
Nothing. He's knocking the piece of her heart out of Ristico's hand and telling you to go grab it.
Wait a minute. I said I had the piece of the heart.
You have what? You had Katla. He's got the tiny piece that needs to be added to it. She's got the whole gem.
Okay.
Anyway, so what's that? 13 damage?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and he put smite on there, so I don't know if that has any effect or not.
It didn't work. It failed.
Oh, the smite failed.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
His hand might not be armored, depending.
Yeah. Alrighty. So
Well, does it knock the gem
yeah,
out of his hand?
I'm
Okay.
figuring that out now.
That's all I really care about is whether the gem
Right.
is flying out.
Yeah, that's fine. Ah,
It makes me wish that Savage Worlds had like a disarm edge or something.
they don't have an edge, but they have rules for disarming.
Yeah. Anybody can disarm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like a edge you can take to like get a
That
bonus
shakes him.
doing those maneuvers.
That shakes him unless you want to reroll, spend a Benny and reroll your damage.
No, I'll take that.
All right, that's all you need to do is shake him. The gem falls from his hand as your stone just kind of slams into him. The stone goes dink dink dinkly dink. Kalis, this guy. Well, let me look him up. Ah, jeez. All the time we spend away from this game, you think I'd actually prepare a little bit.
I've been there and done that.
Didn't even get the t-shirt. All right, let me find the stats for this guy in D20. I mean, I've got stats ready for everyone. I just don't know what his spells are as one of the spellcasters.
I'm waiting for some gamer geek out there to have like a parody on the tourist shirt. Like my parents went to raise hell, and all I got was this lousy T-shirt. Yeah, I guess it's not really that great an idea.
I know this is going against Johan's parry, but he is actually going to cast Bolt on Johan.
Oakley dokley.
And he's adding extra power points to it to make it 3d6. Man, my dice. What the heck? It's a short session tonight. Let's spend a Benny on that. Woo! Let's spend a Benny and still screw it up.
Bring it, old man. I'll kick your digital butt.
You just no sell it. Slams into you, doesn't do a bit of damage. Phosphor, this guy is a wild card and a rogue, so he flips out these nasty looking little curved daggers and takes a couple of swipes, frenzy style, at Yegan.
All right. He's going for a parry of 7 since I wild attacked.
Mm-hmm. What's going on there? That'll give you a 9.
That's a hit.
And a 2.
Which is a miss.
And his wild die. 9, so 2 hits.
Okay. I mean, it looks like he was rolling the wild die in there already, but...
Oh, that's right. He was. My bad. Okay, so
no problem.
Yeah, a 9 and a 2. So the 9 will hit.
Yes.
So the damage.
That's the hard one.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't quite do it.
That's 16 damage, AP2.
Ow. AP2. Oh, that will wound me then.
I actually hurt one of you?
Actually, it's the fact that you hurt him.
Yeah. Yeah, so he takes a couple of slices. One of his daggers strikes sparks off your shield, but the other one finds purchase into some kind of weak spot in your armor and buries into you. Or Lisa, um, she turns to mist and slinks away back here next to Ristico. And at -2, she is going to cast a spell. Which is to not get any of her allies. It doesn't want to go any of the. Yeah, basically, it's going to get Hoffman, Egan, and Katla. Because she just doesn't care anymore.
And one other, I think.
What's that? Oh, it looks like it might. It looks like it's barely touching Johan.
Actually, to be fair, depending on how high it goes,
it's medium burst template, so it's technically it's a sphere that fills, was it 4 squares, 28 feet? So yeah, it would hit you too.
I just didn't. I know my mini is buried.
So, thump. 8 damage. I mean, an 8 is going to cast with a raise, so that's going to, she put the extra points into it, so it's 3d6 damage for everyone. All right, first shot. We'll just go around. We'll start with Egan. 15.
That would shake me, but I'm wounded already, so.
Okay, you're fine. Hoffman, 13.
I have 14 because of my size.
Okay. Timber. Oh, 18. Whoops.
Ooh, sorry.
Timber.
Yeah, you're in a bad spot, as Ulysses Everett McGill would say. That's going to be 4 wounds on you. Damn, I'm in a tight spot.
Okay.
Shit. You better RUNTOFF.
Well, it sounds like if I take this, that's actually 5 wounds, and I'm
yep,
dead.
that'll be incapacitated. So that's actually probably not necessarily. That's probably the best thing to do. Go incapacitated. Use your Benny on the bleeding out roll.
I was just trying to look through to see if I have anything.
You'll be out of the fight, but you won't be dead if you use your Benny that way.
Yeah.
You use it on the incapacitation roll. So we'll let you make up your mind for a minute.
Katla, no, I'll go ahead and take it.
Okay.
Don't worry, he'll respawn in the morning.
He's a monster.
Katla takes a wound.
Okay.
And I know she's not dead. She takes a wound. And Johan. Oops. Let's add this to it. Of course, Johan, I rolled the least amount of damage. He was on the edge of the template anyway. All right, so Bob, you have to roll vigor for me.
On his turn, right?
Well, no, he was incapacitated right now.
Okay, I thought that stuff resolves when it comes around to me again. But nope. Okay.
As soon as you're incapacitated, you immediately make the roll.
Also, is there a cap to the wounds? Because right now I have 5 listed. Because you said I just took 4.
Nope, I'm not doing wound cap rules.
Okay. Well, no, I was just hoping because like if it was a cap of 4,
right?
It would lessen my penalty a little bit. Okay, so a vigor.
All right. Incapacitated character by damage or injury must make an immediate vigor roll.
Or die.
With your wound penalties.
Oh, geez, I got a crit fail on that.
No, it's not a crit fail. It's just a fail.
I thought I saw.
Nope. If they were both red, they're not red.
And you don't take the -3 to the roll until you because you don't have the wounds yet, right?
Right.
Oh,
So that
well,
would be a 3 and a
well,
2.
I would actually only have one wound then. I'm sorry. So, does that
No,
add?
the wound penalty actually does apply to this roll because he
I
took the
thought,
wounds. He's
is he?
incapacitated. He took the wounds.
Oh, he's not
It,
soaking. Okay, all
no,
right. I'm
he's not
sorry.
soaking.
I missed that. All right.
So you're going to want to spend. Actually, that was your Benny, right?
I had not spent a Benny unless I needed to spend a
That's
Benny to
right.
make that roll.
Do you want to spend the Benny to make that roll,
Yeah.
or do you want to wait to roll on the bleeding out table?
I'll wait.
All right. Uh, so that's a failure. Roll 2d6 for me.
Okay. Is that just a regular?
Regular 2d6, no exploding.
No.
Don't forget, you can use. Okay, there you go. A 3.
Yeah,
Arm.
I could have used the chart, but I just
Roll a
felt
d.
like
Roll 1d6.
one.
Odd or give me odd or even. Odd. Okay. You can no longer use your left arm. Um, the injury is permanent.
Ow.
So even if you survive, your left arm is permanently crippled, unless you get a major healing roll. Anyway, next. She
Yeah,
was last of the round, so let me shuffle and deal.
if left.
Give me my penny back, penny back, penny back.
To be honest, if we survive this, uh, I could probably do that major healing myself.
Remember, I get 2 cards and take the lesser of the 2 unless it's a Joker.
Yep. I'm just deleting the vampires that don't have turns.
I would like another card, please.
Okay. Drop thy Benny.
I did. It's right here. Okay, let's see what we got.
Queen of clubs.
Queen of clubs.
Yep. So that puts you right up here near the top. Right after Johann.
Well, I got a 7 of hearts.
Oh, that's right. I thought I moved you. Right after Katla, then.
Mm-hmm.
I'll spend a Benny to get a better card too.
Okay.
Or rather, in an attempt to get a better card.
That's going to be 4 of clubs, so it's not a better card.
No.
Okay, Ristico snatches up the gem piece again, and basically jumps from here to land on top of land. Basically, he's trying to land in the same square that Timber is now in. So, bam, he lands right beside Timber.
Is Hoffman taking up those 4 squares?
Oh, yeah, you're right. He is. So he lands in front of Timber. Since he won't occupy the same square, and is attempting to snatch. I'm going to have him make an athletics roll to snatch the the stone away from the incapacitated. I cannot use my words tonight. I'm sorry. Incapacitated fairy. He is spending a DM, Benny. What? This is not an official roll. I just want to see what happens. Okay. Because sometimes roll 20 gets weird like that.
Mm-hmm.
So he is going to stop there. Or Lisa. Is going to cast Dispel on Hoffman.
Dang it.
A 14.
What do I need to do? Do I resist it?
Yes. Let me look up Dispel. The opposed roll of Arcane Skill.
Okay, Hoffman.
How strong are your chemicals, Tinkerer? Blink, you're little again, unless you want to spend a Benny.
I want to spend a Benny and see if I can pull this one off. And thanks to Elon, let's see if it works. No,
11.
that is not going to be enough.
Okay.
Okay.
And to be honest, with a 13, to beat a 13, you know, you're
Katla is rolling Spirit to try to shake off being controlled. And she does. She makes an athletics check to grab the little piece of her heart. Oh, where'd she go? Did I close? No, I didn't. Okay. That's. And she spends a Benny. Oh,
oh, that's better.
snatches it up and slams it home. Actually, no, she's got to get it away from him. Crap. But she's got the large gem now. She's shaken off his control. She has the big piece of the gem. He still has the small piece that needs to be put into it. Hoffman.
No, I knocked it out of his hand.
He picked it back up.
He picked it up again.
Oh.
Yeah. Hoffman, is your turn.
Okay. In my inventory, I have two instances of holy water.
Okay.
Would you allow me to hold one up and shoot my Thundergrave through the vial into Risco?
Rule of cool
epic.
says yes.
That sounds epic.
So Hoffman, growing small at what's her name?
Or Lisa.
Or Lisa. He's going to put the vial up to his Thunder Brace up at Risiko and say, I think you will find my chemicals are quite adequate. And we are going to fire.
Ah.
And we are going to spend a Benny. And thanks to Elon, let's see if this works. 9. And I am pumping extra power points into this.
All right. That goes against his parry because he's right next to you.
What's his parry?
But that'll hit him. It's not with a raise, but it hits him.
All right.
Get
And let's see.
All these bonies out of the way.
All right. And so -2. So that drops it down 3. So that is 3d6. So let's add. And let's see. So that would be 10 with holy water.
Plus 2d4.
Plus 2d4. Can I spend a Benny on all my damage?
Yeah, you can always Benny damage.
All right, let's Benny some damage. All right, so Thunder Brace. with the added damage of the extra d6, 2, and the 2d4. 17.
There we go. 17 damage. That hurts. Oh, crud. Any AP?
No, it's just
That'll give him a wound. So he
okay.
is stunned, just for the sake of the drama. And like I said, this is gonna be kind of a short session anyway. I'm not gonna spend a penny to make him unstunned, but he drops the piece of her heart. Timber, roll your first bleeding out roll.
Okay.
You'll want a success at least.
Yeah.
A raise would be better. Okay.
Let me throw that last.
Spin
Oh,
that
it's the
beautiful.
wounds. The wounds are getting me.
Yep. Roll your or spend your Benny and roll again. Do you have Elon?
No.
Okay. That is a failure. Timber has joined the undead of the Bonegarden.
Okay.
Oh no.
I thought there was
Johan.
like a rule of like multiple
It's a
bleeding out rules, or am I? Is that a different setting?
You must be thinking of something else. There's the
Okay.
incapacitation roll to see whether or not you need to roll on bleeding out to start with, and then with bleeding out, a crit
Okay.
fail or a fail. Well, let me double check. I don't want to,
Yeah. Well, having the extra 4 wounds, being down 5 means statistically I can't make that roll.
Well, that's what explosions are for.
Yeah. Come here, you little critter.
I was just
I
thinking
died doing what I. Oh, I'm sorry.
I could have used my defender edge to give you 4 points of cover, which
No,
reduces the damage
I
from
was flying
blast.
up too high
Oh, never mind then.
Yeah,
because I
bleeding
flew
out. The
straight.
injured character is dying and must make a vigor roll at the start of his turn. Failure means he perishes. With a success, he survives, but must roll again the next round, or every minute if not in combat. With a raise, he stabilizes. No further rolls required.
Okay.
Um, well, other characters can stop a victim's bleeding by making a healing roll. This is an action. So, but you know, Katla and Hoffman were kind of doing other things. So,
Hey,
Johan.
yeah. I mean,
he died
I
doing what he would have wanted to
I
do.
would have healed you, but you went after my turn last round and before my
Yeah.
turn this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
So
Hey,
oh
that's the way it
no,
bounces.
Ristico has dropped the gem fragment that he had.
he killed our friend.
Oh, come on. You're only saying that because I'm dead.
Yes.
Well, he was our friend to kill. All right.
Nobody hurts my friends but me.
I'm gonna cast silence on the vampire, and I'm gonna pay an extra.
Her, I guess.
No, on the one that was using his voice to influence people earlier.
Oh, okay.
And since he has a piece of the heart, I don't want him to.
Well, he doesn't have it. He dropped it.
All right. Well, I'm still gonna.
All right.
Oh. All right. Fine. I just take a 5-foot step and just attack him.
Oh, well, I figured you'd pick up the piece of her heart.
Where is it?
He dropped it.
It's on the floor in front of him, next to Timber's body. But you want to cast silence on me? Do what you want. I mean, I don't. Just.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what I'm doing. I mean, he seems to be able to influence people and cast spells. So if I can,
Yeah, he's a vampire. They have that.
if I can silence him, then he won't be able to do that stuff.
Sure. Okay.
So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pay the extra power point to make it harder for him to resist it. Yeah, I'll take that.
Oof.
Nice.
Gee, if only I could have gotten a roll like that, like just
So,
5 minutes ago.
so that's a targeted silence
Yep.
with a shoot. Hold on, I'm the wrong book.
Yeah, it is spirit at -2 because you got to raise.
Okay, I targeted him.
Mm-hmm. You got a 4. So that's a success. Egan.
Before I go, quick question: did this
Mhm.
vampire guy with with daggers roll to unshake last turn before he struck me?
No, he didn't.
Okay, fingers crossed then.
It would be a -4, not -2.
Why
Wait,
negative?
no, because I used the greater and I targeted it.
Oh, okay. So that's
But
a fail. He's go on.
I don't know that I can use the greater now that it has a star beside it.
Yeah. Do you have like the arcane mastery?
I don't think we're high enough level to have it. So it
Yeah.
must have just been targeted, so he makes it. It's fine.
Okay. Um. Actually, he did not unshake. So I'll spend one of my DM bennies retroactively.
Hey, and I will move on my turn, by the way.
Okay, it's fine. So it is your turn, Egan.
All right. Then in that case, I was going to try and heal Timber until he
Mhm.
died, but now maybe there's a new wish to be made. Um,
Well, remember not to give any too much away, but there is a very high level paladin in the Bone Garden.
that's true. That's true. Yes.
There's also a celestial.
Mm-hmm. Then I shall drop my mace and reach behind me to try and get Hoffman to hand off his sunchucks.
Okay.
Uh,
Hoffman would willingly do so.
Thank you.
Unless,
I
of course, you wanted to take the other vial of holy water and apply it to your mace.
Ooh, that's good too. Um, what would you recommend?
Game Master, the holy water is one of their weaknesses, right?
Yes.
Hoffman would talk.
I've been doing it as adding two damage to, I mean, 2d4 damage to whatever you normally would do damage.
Okay, then I'll hold my. Then I'll reach behind me. To try and get the holy water to pour it on my mace. I'm
Mhm.
guessing that's an action.
Yeah.
So I'll have to do a multi-action to then smack the vampire and boss with it.
Yep.
Let's see. I have a gang up bonus with formation fighter, and this dagger vampire is subtracting from it. So that's going to be +4 from gang up, but then -1, so +3, and then
Okay.
-2 from multi-action. So and I might as well make it a wild attack so that it's a hit with +3 to hit.
Okay.
And I don't need to make a cold shot or anything
No,
to apply the
not
weakness
with
from the
the
holy
holy
water.
water. No.
Nice. Okay. Okay. Then
That'll hit him.
with yeah, so that's a 10.
Okay.
Is that a hit with a raise or just a hit?
I keep closing his character sheet. His parry is 6.
Yes. Hit with a raise. All right. Then so it's that plus 2d4 you said?
Yep.
Um
That's gonna be 12 damage.
yeah. I will spend a Benny to reroll.
Okay.
That's
Oof.
better.
Woof.
Ooh.
19.
¿Qué es tu papi? Did you include your strength?
Yes. A D8 strength, a D8 mace, D6 raise, 2D4 from the holy water.
Okay.
Oh, it was a little bit more actually from the wild attack, +2. But I
21.
don't. Yeah, but it looks like that would have been 11 above tough, which wouldn't have made a
Yeah.
difference.
Oh, one more. So he spent his last DM Benny and takes 2 wounds. Oh, and I forgot. On your last turn, Hoffman, roll 2d4 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4 times.
4 times?
Yep. So the sunchucks are
1,
still out.
2,
Nope.
3, 4.
Not quite as good. Okay.
Not quite as good.
Now that you have
Yeah.
the sunchucks, this is your turn. Roll 2d4 damage 4 times, Luke.
Okay. I
'Cause
do not have the sunchucks. I have the holy water.
Oh, that's right. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Thought you had the sunchucks.
So I smack the guy yelling, "Get away from Katja!"
This guy is Phosphor, which is his name, interesting name, is trying to double dagger you again.
Oh boy. I'm vulnerable from wild attacking, so
Racha!
that's gonna be a hit because of the
And his, again, once he hits you once, but not twice.
yes.
That's 3 times a lady.
+2 for damage. 12 damage.
With the
AP2.
yeah, okay, that'll shake me.
Yep.
I feel
These
like
are,
this guy's your nemesis.
yeah, these are magic daggers. They're +2 to damage and 2 AP. Kalis, this guy, he is casting Entangle on Katla. He is not a wild card.
Looks like that'll go against her parry because he's in melee.
Yep. And her parry is not good.
Mm.
Parry is 5. So that will get her. But it only entangles her, does not bind her. Or Lisa. She doesn't want to cast her area effect again because her, yeah, she is going to bolt Hoffman. She wants to extinguish that sunfire, that sunlight.
Mm-hmm.
So she is doing multiple bolts, taking a multi-action penalty.
I shall use my free action to defend Hoffman with my large shield,
Okay.
giving her a -4 penalty to hit.
All right. With the penalty, both of them miss. They slam into your shield. Johan.
All right, Johan steps on the piece of the heart that's on the ground, drawing a obsidian tipped deer spear from its holster. He shoves it through the vampire's heart.
Okay. Called shot, -4. His parry
And
is
a
6.
+4 gang up bonus.
Okay. His parry is only 6.
Hold on.
So that means you just have to make a 6 because of the gang up bonus?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Made an 8.
It's an 8.
Plus 4, so that's 12.
Well, the called shot balanced out.
Okay, so 8.
Yeah.
So I shove my
not a
my
raise,
spear through.
but it does hit him.
So I shove my spear through his heart.
Must make a rigor roll equal to the damage.
So I need to roll damage.
You want to? Well, no. Yeah. Roll your damage. If he succeeds, he just takes the damage. If he fails, he's destroyed. Okay, so that'll be 9. Do you want to bend that?
I just make sure they got all the damage in there. Hold on.
You have a conviction token.
Mm-hmm.
That adds a d6 to the damage.
Yeah, that's true. And this is the last session. Spend it now, you're not going to get it.
Yeah, why did it only add... Why? Oh, it's bonus damage. Okay, but I didn't get bonus damage. All right, so strength plus d6 is 7. Yeah, I'll use my conviction.
Okay.
Because then I get to use it for the rest of the round, right?
Yeah. Also spend a Benny to reroll if you want, because you've got 3 bennies.
Yeah, I'm going to use a Benny to reroll.
Yeah, we're in the home stretch. You might as well burn them. Smoke if you got them.
So I got a plus 2 for this reroll. I'm going to reroll again. That's 2.
That was the fighting, not the damage.
I want to get a... Okay, so now I have...
Raise on the damage.
Raise on the damage. So I have 1 Benny left, and a thing of conviction that I'm using on this.
There you go.
17.
Roll an extra d6 for the Benny.
Yeah. Yeah, plus 2, because I... No, because you don't get plus 2 for on 1 damage, right?
Right. For a wild attack?
For damage.
Yeah, you get bonus for damage on wild attack.
No, like you don't get to get plus 2 from Alon on an attack.
Right. Yeah,
right.
Yeah, that's only for trait rolls. Damage is not a trait.
All right,
roll.
so
anyway, 28 damage.
25. Oh yeah, because it's called shot.
28.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. He re-rolled the fighting, which was 16.
Right.
So that means that it's 17
plus 11. Yeah, it's 28.
Plus 11. 28 plus it was a called shot too, right?
The called shot has the roll vigor against the damage or die effect.
You're taking advantage of You're taking advantage of a weakness.
Okay, cool deal. So 28.
So he has to roll vigor against 28.
All right, cross your fingers, folks.
You guys know how I roll.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say I spend his last DM Benny. Hey, there we go. Right, he is drops into a state of death, or a death-like state. Egan. Katla yells out, "Father, no!"
I will roll to unshake.
Okay.
I succeed.
Yep.
I'm unshaken. So I will strike back at this guy.
Okay.
Do I have anything cool to add to it? Actually, I'm going to cast Barrier to block off this lady from doing any more of those AoEs.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Luke, what powers do you have?
I have Barrier, Blessing, Burrow, Healing, Sanctuary, Boost Lower Trait, and Smite.
Okay.
So draw your barrier.
Okay. So Barrier, a root with hardness 10. Let's see, that's here. Covers this. That was not what I meant to do. I'm trying to fix that. There. Covers that area and blocks her off.
Okay. Katla rolls and wiggles free of the spell that had entrapped her. Recall, shuffle. Deal. 2. Turn order.
Uh-oh.
Another joker.
This guy got the Joker.
The NP shoot, what's his, the extra, yeah.
Mhm.
Him, Kalis.
Okay.
Is he a vampire too?
Oh yeah, they all are. He is helping his mistress, so he is going to cast a spell on the barrier. Arletha, my mistress. He bungles. I'll spend a DM, Benny.
Well, he has the Joker, but
Yeah. He rolled a 6, but it goes. But you have to.
it's opposed. Yes.
Yeah. So roll your arcane spell casting.
10.
All right. It does not go down. Johan.
Nice because you can hear it. You're not gonna get caught the guy with the suit.
It's your turn, Anders.
All right. Well, it worked the first time, so I pull another javelin from my holster.
Okay.
And I'll throw it this time since it's the javelin.
Okay.
But I'll target the heart of I don't know, the guy that keeps getting jokers. No, he'll get +2 on his.
Yeah.
I'll do it on the guy with
this
the red.
guy got a joker one time. This guy got a joker this time.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it on this guy, the guy that didn't get a joker this time.
Okay, the one that's been
trying
to carve up Egan. All right.
Yeah.
That throwing uses athletics. That'll hit. Not with a raise, but it'll hit.
Okay.
Well,
Oh.
nope. With a -4 parry, -4 penalty, it'll miss.
Why do I have a -4?
Well,
I'm not melee with anybody.
Called shot to the heart.
Oh, right. Okay, I'll use my last penny.
you can step up and stab him, and you get a +2 gang up bonus. But
All right, so that's a 13 to hit.
Yep, that's a hit with a raise. 13, 12, 11, 10, 9. Yeah, still a raise. Oh.
But it's damage. You can't crit fail damage. So
right, that's 12 damage.
Yeah, so he has to
roll bigger against 12.
Crit.
That would be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would.
All right, he fails. Ah! He also subsumes to dust and bones, at least until the next sunrise.
I believe you are trying to match my record, Mr. Johan.
Katla, now free from the entanglement, snatches up the piece, the missing piece, and slams it home into the gemstone. It
was
blows
under my foot.
Oh, she's like, let me have it.
All right, I step off of it.
And she slams it home into into the gemstone, which lets out a bright flash of light, and the gemstone fuses back into its whole piece, which looks like a heart, probably about the size, a heart-shaped gem, probably about the size of a football. No, I'm sorry, not a football, a soccer ball.
Now the main dude.
Damn, not a soccer ball. What am I saying? Softball.
Like a softball.
Yes.
So the main dude that I skewered, he didn't dust when I skewered him. He's laying there on the ground with a spear in him, right?
I was just being dramatic, but yeah, he's dead. He's defeated until the Bonegarden brings him back. Yes.
Even if I remove the stake, he doesn't come back to life.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know I'm not really here, but I was imagining the gemstone looking like the head of our El Cartagena.
Yep, it's a heart-shaped gem.
Romancing the stone.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Come back next week. I'm always good for the obscure references.
The lady's heart. You guys see that?
I don't see anything.
No.
Is it?
Now I do.
Okay.
Oh,
Very
it's
pretty.
bejeweled. All right.
Yep.
Yeah, it does kind of look like the jewel from Romancing the Stone a little bit.
She says, I wish the barrier were down. And
Now you've done it.
there is a rumbling. There is a distant crash, and a great cry goes up, and a wail. These two vampires turn into mist and book it. They're gone.
I just killed your father.
But my mother is still alive.
Yeah, but he would have come back tomorrow if the bear was still up.
He is somewhat treacherous, as we can see.
I mean, he probably was going to wish for the bear to be down too.
I don't.
But he would have been alive. So the barrier is down. The undead of the Bonegarden are released into the world. When she makes her wish, the pieces the lady's heart cracks again into 7 pieces and vanish in front of your eyes, to be found again by somebody else to get
But
their
no
wish.
longer in the Bonegarden. It could be anywhere in the world now.
Could be anywhere in the world. That's right.
So
this immediately has knock-on effects. All the creatures that had been summoned into the Bonegarden realize, fuck it, we can go home. Let's do this. Which, interestingly enough, includes Esbat the Pit Fiend. So that kind of draws up Hoffman's. That kind of draws Hoffman's quest up into a neat little bow. Because all you have to do now is go down to Descent and get your book.
Yes, I will be sure to do this when it is available.
But of course, now the undead are unleashed on the world above, so that's going to have to be dealt with. So there's some mopping up to do.
A lot.
The Bonegarden is permanently. The Blood Governor is now permanently destroyed. Because, as I mentioned in the chat with Chris, the Bonegarden was his phylactery. So with it gone, he cannot regenerate.
Yeah.
Hey, Erica.
The vampires that you destroyed here are permanently dead because the Bonegarden can't bring them back.
So
anything we killed today.
Phylactery? Just
4 bosses right there.
What was your question, Bob?
Just because the phylactery is destroyed doesn't mean the lich is destroyed.
Well,
it means you can now kill the lich.
He doesn't have a phylactery.
His head we already killed him. Backpack.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but it means there's no place for his soul to flee to.
He remains dead.
To go kill him. No.
He's dead. You killed him last session.
And everybody we killed today is going to stay dead.
Yes.
Yeah. You mentioned that the 2 other vampires fled, but it's daytime as far as I know.
Yeah.
Also, during the combat, you mentioned
that's one of the ways I know that this is a video game is because it's been daytime the entire time we've been here.
Well, you slept. The times you slept, you were underground. You wouldn't have known it was dark.
Did we sleep?
Yeah, a couple times.
I didn't remember. I didn't know we slept.
Down in Descent.
We slept in Descent, so we don't know if it was nighttime or daytime.
So you can take Timber to Ronnie, the Protector, or to Sabano, and they can bring him back if you wish to do that.
Yes, we might not have gotten along too well, might not have seen eye to eye, mostly because he was so short. But
you got a little short with me.
Yeah. There was shortness on both ends, and there was also help.
I take that personally.
There was help on both ends as well. So.
That's true. But Ronnie is eventually recalled to her celestial plane because she's not needed anymore to keep the peace between Esbat and Lord Slan.
Okay.
So if you want to give yourself your character a little denouement, what do you do afterwards? I know Katla is going to try to find help for her mother. She's a vampire still, but maybe if we can get her brain back, if we
Mhm.
can cure what's wrong with her mind, maybe she won't be, maybe she'll be okay. Um,
Mhm.
When Timber
Sabano,
recovers,
you might be able to take Sabano to someone who can take care of him better than the Midnight Peddler did. What was your question,
actually,
Bob?
I'm
I'm
wondering
sorry.
what the Midnight Peddler does after this.
He just goes off
I
to
mean,
sell his stuff somewhere else. He doesn't care.
well, he could have, well, but Timber for his part, well, he's gonna go off and do Fey things, but really being like the defender of the Glen, doesn't. He really did not like the idea of the undead being unleashed on the world, and so it, now that he can, he will put to true death any undead that he
Right.
to help
That
stem the
that's a good
onslaught.
idea, but you're dead, Bob. You
Well,
Yeah.
died.
I'm talking about after you
you
guys
can
leave.
bring him
We can
back.
resurrect him. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually, I think that's a kind of a little bit of a philosophical point because if he became undead, can he then be raised, or
You
is
never
it
became it didn't go to the next day.
okay?
Right. And the whole thing was shut down. So yeah, there's that. I'll tell you that Hoffman would walk into Espot's area, search through until he found the clockmaker's notes. He would see to it that um, Mr. Yeagan. He would see to it that the books were given to Mr. Rourke in the city,
Okay.
and he would go with Mr. Yeagan to um, return the Silver Heart. And then he would work on taking out Kitty's memory core and building her a beautiful ballerina's body akin to what she was back when she was the dancer Olympia.
What, a
Okay.
ballerina that hates fairies?
No, no. Her old body was destroyed. She was actually. I
Oh,
based this character around an opera or a ballet called Coppelia,
okay.
and
Ooh.
in it, this mad doctor, Dr. Coppelia, he created a robotic dancer, and in Hoffman's story, he fell in love with the dancer. So he's been working this whole
That
time to
almost sounds
rebuild
like.
her body.
Is that a Russian story? Like, does this have like Nutcracker Suite kind of allusions to it?
Well, I don't particularly know if it was Russian or German, but I suspect it's German.
Neat.
That's very cool, Dustin.
Thank you. Thank you very
I
much.
love it when people like you find out that like I didn't know the story, so I never would have gotten the illusion.
Hmm.
Allusion, not illusion. But
My
I
cat.
love it when you find out that people did a character based on a thing. Like especially when I'm like, oh wait, he's doing like this.
Hmm.
Uh, it's like I'm not sure. I can't call it out, but I'm like, hey, by the way, did you base your character at all on X, Y, or Z? That sort of thing. I love those little Easter eggs.
So yeah, I based it off of a classical ballet, but thank you very much. I'm glad I was able to actually like rebuild Olympia.
Yay.
Yep.
Oh, and just little loose thread tying. Since of course there's gonna be no campaign to detail this, Timber would also be on a quest to find the Amirage to try to prove himself to be a true
Okay.
friend to it. Um, you know, he was actually really serious about like it wasn't supposed to be like a stat bump. It was one of those. No, I
Right.
found somebody who could be a friend.
That's fine. And
I mean, it was a big animal that didn't want to kill me.
Hmm.
does Johan ever find a way to log off?
Johann is hopeful that. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Johann is hopeful that taking the goldfish to the stream and releasing it will give him an opportunity to log off. And he takes the goldfish to the stream, drops it in the water, tries to log off, nothing happens, and then he sees a larger fish eat the goldfish. And he tries to log off
There's always a
again.
bigger fish.
Tries to log off again, and nothing happens, and he is disheartened. He's like, if I don't log off soon, I'll die. My body, can't last forever in the pod without sustenance.
Pod? Are you a bean?
In the VR pod, like you guys. I mean, I'm assuming you all logged off when we slept, but it won't let me log off. I just keep coming here.
Okay,
I
I
still
got
do.
questions. Yegan, do you understand anything he's saying?
I do not understand much of what VR pod is. I do know that there are many people in my homeland which are wiser than I. They may be able to help you.
Is the Celestial still there?
Yeah.
If
She
she woke me up,
promised to
if she raised
fix
me,
you. I mean, she promised to show you how to leave the
I'm
bone
going to
guard, but
ask
you
her
weren't
if she
ready
can
at the
send me
time.
home. I'm going to ask her if she can send me home.
oh, is the fortune teller actually dungeon master?
She casts banish on you. What does it do?
I don't know, what does Vanish normally do?
Send you back to your own
Sends
plane?
interdimensional creatures
Banish?
back to the.
Oh, yeah, I pop out of existence.
Okay. She logged you out.
What the second?
Wait. And then I pop
the
back
whole
in.
time?
I
Wait,
pop
was
back
she a
in.
celestial, a gnome, or
Hold on.
Let
I
him
pop back
talk.
in, and you see Johan like standing like in a pose, and then above his head floating, you see this player has logged out.
It's got /AFK by his name. What about Egan's
Yes.
denouement?
Yes, Egan has been successful in his quest. He got more than he bargained for in his time here, but he is better off for it. He extends the branch of peace to any and all who would wish to join him in returning to his homeland, where or he can tell you that you will be welcomed with open arms and as heroes for recovering this great treasure. Um, there, the silver tree provides healing and supplication for all of those who need it, including Kacha's mother, perhaps. And if anyone is in need of direction, such as a fairy who does not know his current goal in life, they are welcome as
What
well.
are you talking about? No, actually, Timber. I think the whole thing of destroying all the undead probably it takes longer than you would be willing to wait around
Yeah,
for.
I
But if
mean,
you're
a lot
still,
of nearby towns, once they realize there's a swarm of undead coming their way, they kind of, they get together and help to take care of things.
Yes.
because I was
I
partially responsible for this, I feel it's a personal
But
responsibility
with
to
the
deal with this.
barrier is down, but the curse of the bone garden still goes on.
yes.
That because
I
anyone buried on those grounds is going to come back. So
I believe I know what I must do to end this curse.
what's that?
Actually,
This seed here, uh,
There
an
we go.
object of the divine.
are you sure
I
about that? I
shall.
think we need to do some consecrating or something.
That's what he's doing.
This
Yeah.
is consecrating. Yes,
This is a seed from the god tree, basically.
yes. I
Oh,
take
and
this seed to the center of the bone garden as best I can figure out the center. Uh, dig up quite a bit of dirt and place the seed underneath it. Say many prayers to the silver tree, and wait, hoping that it does not need fertilizer.
Technically, you guys also have a spell jammer.
Yes.
Actually, there's one of us who might know how to use it.
A lot of the people of Descent opt to stay there because that's kind of become their home.
Mm-hmm.
As far as
But
placing the
they've kind of gotten accustomed to it. They're okay there. But it is better now that they know they can come and go.
if
That if they want. So
actually, I think there would be a more thriving trade with the Drow city,
yeah.
which might be an okay thing. I don't know, but if Yegan would have me, I would like to also help with the blessing. I would let him take the lead. But being a cleric, once I get what he's going for,
Mhm.
that's a solemn act.
Yeah.
So, I don't expect,
I
no
guess
mechanical
eventually, yeah.
thing, but
I guess
I'm a
eventually
cleric.
a lot of members of Egan's tribe would come to live around the tree because that's a representation or a manifestation of their deity.
Yes.
So they stay there. They don't bury their dead on the ground where the bone garden used to be. They take them out farther, but so that's
Yeah,
pretty
but
cool.
every now and then, somebody's grandma will just die in the middle of the night.
That's true.
And the next
That's
morning, she goes
Yeah.
wild biting everybody.
Yeah.
Make it sound like it's World War Z. No, not World War Z, Z Nation.
Slowly but surely, we start taking them outside and giving them their final rest.
Well, when the tree starts to grow, that sort of consecrates the ground and disrupts the curse of the bone garden. So,
And,
all right.
and,
Well,
and by the way,
I'm glad you guys enjoyed this campaign so much. I really appreciate that.
Yes. Thank you, Erica.
thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
and I don't think that Yegan's particular pantheon was mine, but I do think that the Lady of the Silver, no, the
Oh yeah.
Lady of the Glen would approve.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
So being someone with druidic powers, I don't particularly have anything like fertility, but it's on my list.
Yeah.
And I have blessing, which
Actually, do I have anything? Like I have
is
summon
used.
animal spells, which summoning that bear was one of those things that like I don't know if that was it wasn't a great idea. That bear is still probably pissed at me.
The bear is happy that you actually let it out. The
Well,
bear.
not me, but it's like he probably regards me as you stupid fairy.
Yeah.
So, like the rest
Because
of us.
But yeah, I'm able to cast the blessing spell, which I imagine would be very effective after
Yeah.
planting a silver seed.
I'm
Mhm.
sure like druids have like plant growth and stuff like that, and other sorts of although that actually being veteran, yeah, the next advance I got, I could take powers that would be able to help with that sort of thing. But and also like have a actually, I don't know about crop cultivation in the bone garden. I
Certainly
mean,
is
the
a
the
lot of
thing
fertilizer.
no,
Yeah.
I'm not talking about fertilizer. I'm talking about like um the plants laying fallow in the fields and bone garden curse, undead plants.
Well, all right. I think we got everyone's little story wrapped up fairly neatly. So I'm gonna go
Mhm.
on ahead and stop recording.
Oh,
Um,
uh,
so
and Katja was just taking care of her mother.
yeah,
Okay.
trying to figure a way to get her mind back to her. All right,
Yeah.
stopping recording. That's it. Bone Garden wraps, everyone. Thanks for enjoying it.
Yeah.